What's going on, my No Life fam? Are you guys hyped? How could you not be? Not only does the full version of the house come on next Friday, but we just hit 1K subs. Thank you all so much. I'm giving away one, that's right, just one Lucifer right now. Subscribe if you like, and make sure you leave a comment below with the Roblox account name you want it sent to down below. I have lots more to give away to celebrate next Friday when trading becomes available. Secret urns and towers, mythic urns and angels, oh my. All that stuff to save time will be given away on my Discord in this video's description. This is not entirely what this video is about, however, nor is it why I'm drinking coffee at 11:45 at night. I need to get this video out. I've delayed it long enough. We have just 1 week until the full version of this game comes out, and we already know floor 6 was tough. I know many of you were like, dude, I can't even beat floor 5 or 4, 3, 2, 1. And you know that one friend you have who's just started and is like, this game has floors? Well, I'm going to show you the steps to go from noob to pro no matter what season we are on. We are pretending I'm a level 1 noob because I'm too lazy to make a new character. Step 1. Collect free. Beta reward is over here, and he gives you a doo-doo tower, which is still better than nothing. Alright, so we've successfully noobified ourselves and have 0 towers. But if we go in here, I'm pretty sure he gives you... Where's the tower I'm looking for? He gives you the paranormal detective. If you're like RIP Beta, then I'm sure they are still giving away something with the full release of the game on December 1st, and grab that instead. Hopefully it's better than the paranormal detective. Go to the Discord links in the description for updated codes, which as it stands looks to net about 1k soul gems. Then you're like, hey, I'm rich. Little Shade wants to run straight to the tomb and summon. No. Scroll down a bit more on the Discord to find what towers you want in the summon banner in the tomb before you go and waste all your gems. So you're kind of looking for the meta units here. You can see we have it all planned out for you. Once you've already seen what you want to get from the meta towers, then go down to the tomb. So you don't just dump all your gems into what could possibly be bad towers. So when we roll in here, Demon Boy is not bad, but it is only a 0.25 chance to get, and I'm pretty sure that's the Executioner, and he is not, well, it's either Executioner or Warblade, but either way, those are not great towers. I would not dump all your things in here. This tower isn't bad, actually, to start with. I think it's a 500 cost tower, the Special Ops. It would make farming 1-1 pretty easy, so if you happen to drop a couple, we'll pretend we only have 1,000 gems. Let's just summon 2 and see what we can get. Most likely, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get ZM's favorite tower. Actually, we're actually supposed to get Samurai, which actually is probably even worse. But maybe, just maybe, that's pretty good. So we dropped 2, not a whole lot, but Plague Doctor will definitely get you through 1-1. So with these 3 towers, I'm pretty sure we got 1-1 under wraps. Alright, so if you're newer to the game, just ignore all these other floors. You can't get here yet, but you can click on floor 1, room 1, ding. Alright, so the game's about to start. This is the entrance. The enemies come in here, go all the way around, and if enough of them escape through the exit, your health bar will drain down and you will die and fail. So we're going to hit start game. What's our starting money? You know what? Let's put this guy out here because he, I think, is the best of what we have right now. Let's see how that goes for us, shall we? It's like, yep. So he seems to be doing 20 damage a pop, and then he poisons them, and they die. So even if he wasn't going to hit them again, which he will, you know what? We should probably set him to strongest. So if you look at this guy, sees the damage is this, but it doesn't reflect the poison damage that he does. His attack speed is 0.5, which means it takes him 2 seconds to attack. His range isn't very big. But if anything that has like a 0.5 attack speed or less, you probably want to change the attack to strongest, so they're only doing their big damage attacks on things that are strong. While we're in here, you can see that the next upgrade for this guy is 600, and instead of clicking on him and clicking upgrade, you can just hold control if you're on a computer and hit and just click on the tower and it will upgrade for you. Pretty easy. If you just want to, in fact, just spam 1-1 over and over again, it's 1,000 gems an hour, and at 3 minutes, it's a great run and a great way for noobs to take advantage of extra chances for free earns and skulls. You can check that out here on the screen. Skulls, otherwise known as voodoo tokens, are used to buff your towers, but the effect of spending your tokens are random. So let's run over here. If you click on this guy, it says, "Let me curse those pure heroes of yours. Dark magic curses will make them stronger than ever before." You can click on curse stats, and it'll show you the different ranks all the way down to Nightmare. We'll talk about these before, but you can just click on them, and it'll tell you the different things that they do. So let's back out of here real quick. But the idea of this is conserving your resources until the right time, so you make sure you're using them efficiently. You don't end up like this guy and be rolling on something. I think we were, honestly, I forget. I think it might have been Paranormal Detective. My 4th roll, I rolled Nightmare. And, you know, obviously you don't want the best curse in the game to happen on something like Paranormal Detective for obvious reasons, because it's like a 1 in 1,000 chance, and you will not use Paranormal Detective even if it has Nightmare on it. Anywho. But yes, so we were talking about Timmy and his wisdom. Don't feel obligated to push floors because its benefit is minor at the moment. What you really want to get is enough decent towers to be carried or carry yourself to victory in the easiest infinite map, Beware. So let's fast forward. This is the infinite area, and it's right to the left of the lobby when you walk in. If you beat either of the infinite maps and get to wave 100, this will net you a boom bear or shiny variant if you're lucky, and on the more difficult infinite map, the maze, net you a skull shot. This is one of, if not the most powerful towers in the game. When you clear this on your own, it's one of the only free-to-play ways to reliably farm a shiny meta secret. Shinies have 25% more stats than normal towers, and on top of that, if you have completed 1-1 repeatedly until your win streak hits 4 and then tackle one of these infinite modes to wave 150, it will net you about 800 soul gems, 40 skulls, a random urn, 2 premium urns, and a boom bear or skull shot urn. Upon the solo completion of the maze, I say you are no longer a noob, but are you a pro who's ready to tackle floor 7 on Friday? We're going to fast forward. So we're going to pretend I started with these guys and I farmed my gems, and I got, you know, a couple thousand gems, and I'm probably, I mean, if you don't have like a really strong friend or something to carry, you are going to have to spend some of your gems just to get a decent team together. So when you finally get someone who wants to play with you and you go in, you're not dragging those 3 units into infinite, because that will not get you very far, and no one will want to carry you like that unless you find some Giga Chad in the lobby who's just handing out freebies. So you know, and once trading is enabled, God knows everybody is going to have a ton of extra units floating around, and you may find someone who is very nice and generous. But because you can farm that 1-1 so efficiently, and it's so easy to get towers and things, don't go begging. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of people begging, but it's not hard to farm. Just do the thing, get the free earns, win your own stuff. It's much more reliable. You'll get to try out a bunch of different towers, and you won't waste time, because even if you beg for 3 minutes, that could have been another 50 soul gems, and that would have been another pool in the tomb. So, like, I mean, you're really just wasting your own time by begging. Let's just say we were farming for a while, and we put together a mediocre team. While these, you're gonna be like, Shade, you have 2 mythics and a secret. I don't have any ranks on them, so if you're at the infinite stage and you're trying to solo this, you are going to need some ranks on your towers. See later in the video for the tier list for ranks to see what you should put on them. These aren't exactly meta units, so I wouldn't go crazy. You can get away with some of the decent earlier tier units or tier curses, so stay tuned for that. I'm just going to bring along a shiny Ghost Hunter just because I don't feel like dealing with the early game. But let's go in here real quick. I'm going to see if we can beat Boom Bear with this, just so you guys have an idea of where you need to be at. You can look at the the heroes that I'm using, realize that they don't have, you know, obviously any sort of boosts on them. Look them up on the tier list that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and then kind of judge where you're at, whether or not you're ready to solo this or not. And we might actually die. I don't know. Let's find out. But we can see if we have our streak. And we only have a streak up to 4, so people are telling me you need a 5 streak. I don't think so. Let's go check it out. You can see right now it's the Thanksgiving thing, so you're not going to get as many gems at the end as you would as when the Thanksgiving thing goes away. But we should still get, you know what, I don't even know if we're going to make it to 125 with this, but we'll see how far we get. Obviously, you would want to get to wave at least 125 just so you get all 40 skulls, because those are very important. I'm not even going to try the maze with this. Beware is only a 4 out of 10 difficulty. Alright, so we're getting our crew set up here. We got the D-Mage in the middle to buff all these units. Very good unit to use. The only way you can curse it just to make his range bigger. It fits more units in, but it does not affect the damage that it does. The only way to get this thing's damage increased is to get a shiny variant, which it's actually not too bad considering it's only a legendary, and once you get enough gems and you're spamming other units to get, it's not too bad to farm if you're really into the game. But the other important thing to notice about Infinite, and actually other floors in general, is you're like, why wouldn't you put your units next to the entrance so you can spawn kill them? The level, from what I can tell, is on a timer, and killing the units faster does not make it go any faster. Say you kill them as soon as they come out, you just wait longer for the level. Or not say longer, you wait the same amount, but it feels longer because you don't have anything to do while you're waiting for the timer to go down until the next floor starts. Meanwhile, if they're still walking on the screen, things will still come out of the entrances for the next floor. So people are telling me now, don't spawn camp because that makes the map go faster. Well, it's actually just the same. It just feels that way because you're constantly doing something and not having to have an awkward wait after you destroy everything right away and have to wait for the timer to count down. Alright guys, so we were rocking this team. There's no ranks on them, but as you can see, they're decent. But we actually died on wave 48. If we pull up the rewards here real quick, so we should have gotten 125 from the 2 instances of our rewards that were soul gems, and we got 250. So it does double your infinite rewards. Fortunately, we didn't get very far, but that's cool because we have some other stuff to talk about. I didn't really want to sit through a whole one. Even just getting past Boom Bear requires some decent towers with some decent enchants. We don't have any. Alright, but say you're playing for a little bit and you've accumulated some skulls. Like I said, don't put them on just any tower because, honestly, I wouldn't even really enchant these too much. If you can find a way to solo Infinite, then I think you're on the right track. Try to find a friend or whatever, and you know, try to get like an angel or something that's good and is going to be part of your end game before you start going crazy with your tokens. So once you have a team that's like fairly decent and you want to enchant them, you come over here to the voodoo token guy and you're ready to do this. Like I said, you can click on this and you can bring this up and you can kind of make a judgment for yourself. But some of them are a little deceiving, like Death Strike. Yeah, just stay away from Death Strike. But how do you know? You guessed it, we have a tier list for that too. So let's pop back over to the Discord. Obviously, Nightmare is the best enchant in the game with 100% increased damage and 50% increased range, but having greed on an early game tower, aka a tower that costs less than 2,500, can really help you get to more expensive towers faster, especially if your team isn't perfect. Infernal is the standard stopping point with plus 50% damage and 30% range boost if you don't want to spend 1,000 skulls to go for Nightmare. Oblivion isn't bad either. If you're not rolling buffs on a meta tower or just trying to get past Infinite, just go with anything on this list that's half decent. Even just like level 3 of Bloodlust will get you a 20% damage boost. I'll probably have to revamp all these tier lists in another week with all the new towers and even the new rarity. Arcane is coming out. We'll definitely be live streaming the full game's release on December 1st, so make sure you're there to reap the rewards. Good night, No Life fam, and remember, the dead can never die. And just one more reminder, make sure you leave your account info in the comments down below just so you can get in on that Lucifer giveaway. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.